See yourself as a strong tree that is deeply rooted and that has lots of confidence, lots of tranquility. Hey, what's up? This is MVDB, live from Ebook again. Yes, I fucking love this place. I really love coming here. It's a beautiful, sunny, tropical Friday evening. Well, maybe not as tropical as it, is in California. It's actually really cold. Now this time I'm not going to talk about the 450 Fahrenheit. We've had that talk already, right? But today in particular I want to talk about the mindset and of fear. And as we are in the Ebook in the woods, right? I want to particularly talk about trees. Wow. So I want you to imagine, this is a Buddhist concept. I want you to imagine a storm and lots of trees, like as you see here, right? You see lots of trees. Now, there's two parts. There's the upper part and there's the lower part. What happens when there's a storm, like really hurricane maybe? You see the upper part is going, from one side to another, really going left, right, and at a certain moment you might think, like, damn, this tree is going to fall over, right? It's going to fall down. So if you look at that upper part, you might think like, whoa, shit, that tree is about to die. But as if you look to the downside, right, then you'll see a very solid part that doesn't move at all. Now, why is that? Because he's deeply rooted. And that's the same thing with fear, with our minds and mindsets. See, if you have, there's two kinds of trees, right? There's a young tree and an old tree, and obviously all the things in between. But just to make a point, as you can see, this tree down here is solid. He might be like 10 meters high, or even higher. And then there's small trees, the young trees. Now, what I want you to imagine is they've developed their mind. Like this tree is older, is wiser, has withstood lots of storms in our lives, in his life. So, he's able to adapt better to a storm. His roots are deeper in the earth, so he will less likely fall over. Now this tree is still very young, and there is a greater chance, a greater opportunity, well, it's not really an opportunity, but a greater possibility that he will fall over. Now, let's look at our fears and our pains using that analogy. So as we go through life, and we don't cultivate our minds, right? If in the beginning we might be as a young tree, and when there's a storm, our trunk, like the lower part of our tree, we're not deeply rooted. We haven't taken care of our minds. We haven't cultivated them, and we're probably, because of that, not making healthy choices, so not eating well, moving well, sleeping well, and not cultivating our mind, not being nice to ourselves. Our inner dialogue is killing us. And for the slightest storm that then might pass, you could die, you could fall over, your tree falls because you're not deeply rooted. So the other tree here, he's older, he is deeply rooted in the earth, and he's taken care of his fundamentals, so in that same way, I want you to start becoming aware of storms around you and start taking care of yourself, of eating well, moving well, sleeping well, but most of all, cultivating the mind, looking at your values, looking at your why, really understand how you operate. Do personality tests, strength tests. Find what you are good at and really go in that direction. Understand the external environment and how they impact you on the internal, so that you can grow deeply, roots that go deep in the earth. So that when a storm passes, you can stay calm. The upper side looks like, from the outside, it might look like you might fall over. But deep down inside, you are calm, deeply rooted in your fundamentals. When there's a disease coming, a storm coming, a fight with a spouse, right? Then you will be able to go deep in yourself, in your fundamentals, and stay calm and focused because you have taken care of yourself, of your values. You know what you value. You know that when there's someone in traffic, that wants to cut you off, you're like, that guy is still a young tree and he's not deeply rooted, and for the slightest storm he's going to crack, fall down. See yourself as a strong tree that is deeply rooted and that has lots of confidence, lots of tranquility. So eat well, move well, sleep well, but most importantly, cultivate your mind. Do meditation, breathe in, breathe out. That's the quickest route and the quickest way to get in contact with your inner dialogue, with the things that have an effect on you. So, and the more you do that, the bigger your tree will become, the more deeper your roots will grow. In my book, 4 Steps to Conquer Anxiety, I talk about grow a 3,000-year-old tree. There's a reason for that. It's all about the process. You won't get that in one day. Your roots need to grow like a tree, man. A 3,000-year-old tree. Have you seen that? How big those branches are? Like how big that trunk is. He's deeply rooted, right? It's massive. On the other hand, if he's just starting, you could fall over still. So what matters is that you start and you grow, you grow, you grow. That's it. Now, what is an example in your life where you see that your roots are still not deep in the earth? Hit a comment below and share this video with someone that needs to see this, right? In the meantime, I'm going to a warmer place right now. My finger's gonna fall off. And I wish you all the best. I wish you a great weekend. It's a great Friday night here. And love you guys. Peace.